Hey Stamp friends, welcome to the Joy of Stamping with Rachel. I'm Rachel Coon and it's our Fun Fold Friday. Today I'll be sharing with you how to make this really easy hexagon window fun fold using a really fun bundle that is actually part of a suite in the mini catalog. Going to hold while I flip and we'll get started. All right. So fun fold are the days that I love to hear from you. I love to hear from you every day. But on a Friday, while you comment during my live or up until midnight tonight, you have the chance of winning today's card. So comment away. Doesn't matter what you say. Of course, nice things are better than not, but I love to see your comments. If you're watching this on the replay on YouTube, I love to see your comments there too. And I try to chat with all of you and connect with you a little bit there. Let me go ahead and show you this awesome card and then tell you a little bit about the products. All right, so here we have this one that has a hexagon window, and you can kind of see how I've even put a window sheet here, which is an optional step, and I'll show you how to do that. So we go ahead and we open up this card. So the window's right there, and inside we have our saying. I have another little piece of DSP, and then this folds open completely, so that way you can write in here as well. A lot of times with window cards, the tricky part, especially depending on the size of the window itself, it really limits where you can write a message without it being seen through the window. So I like that this one has the option to have it another piece to write on the inside for like a secret message. All right, so the stamp set we're using is called the Hello Beautiful. This is actually part of a product suite in the mini January to June catalog. And this stamp set and dies carried over into the new annual catalog. So right now you'll see in 2 catalogs, which is so crazy. It's called the Abstract Beauty, and it's really great. Let me show you the dies that go along with it. They're called the Beautiful Shape dies, which when you get these dies with the stamp set, you save 10%. So it's a great way to do it. And these shapes are so practical and fun. Like they don't do any crazy outlines for the most part. These are just random shapes, and these are great sayings, but these are awesome shapes that you don't traditionally have with a lot of your stamping. I mean, the circles that's pretty common, but there's even this really cool swirly circle here. Then this fun ovals shapes, some diamonds, and of course the hexagons. We are using just 2 of these ones. Let me grab them both out so you can kind of see how we use them. And then I'm also using the Abstract Beauty DSP, which is a 4x6 size. I'm going to get closer. You can see the colors that coordinate, and I want you to notice that there's 3 of these colors that actually just retired this month and are no longer available. So this card today, I'm showing how you can still use this item with the colors that Stampin' UP currently sells. So don't feel bad or worried. This is still available, and I still want you to use it even if you don't have a Misty Moonlight cardstock or the Just Jade. So don't worry. And then those are the 2 main products. Of course, I use also the hexagon adhesive back shapes that come in black, the Blushing Bride, and the Just Jade for this card as well. All right, let's go ahead and clear some space. And let me show you how to make this card. So what I had to do first was I lined up my DSP over my card base. So I have a Blushing Bride card base, and of course you'll see all of my measurements for these over on my blog shortly after the live in the comments or in the description below on YouTube. So what I took was just a piece of that DSP. Let me grab a piece out so you can kind of see. Like I said, this is a 4x6. So we'll pretend like this is the one. And then I lined it up onto my paper. First, sorry, take that back. I had to cut it down. So this is a 6, so we need it at 5 1/4, which then left us a little strip of paper like this. So this is how this one originally looked. And then this part we will save for the inside of our card. Super great way to use all of that paper and waste nothing. So I love that. Okay, back to this part. So I have my DSP. It's going to be lined up onto my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I'm going to have the smaller of my 2 hexagon shapes. You see these 2. I went ahead and I lined it up and I cut that out at the same time. I did not attach this part with glue. If you don't have a window sheet, then you could totally glue this down first and then run it through your die cutting machine. But because we wanted to add our fun window sheet, which I knew I was going to lose. Let's see if I can put it in a safe spot. Yes. Here's our window sheet. This one right here. I like to recycle these. So let me show you where I find them in our stamp sets. So you can buy window sheets from Stampin Up. I think they're either $6 or $5 for two 12 by 12 sheets. And then you just cut them up to the sizes that you need. However, if you have a photopolymer stamp set, like this one, when you get your stamps, they come on a window sheet like this. Then you can peel it off these parts here and put it into your stamp case to where it matches, and you're left with this awesome window sheet. So a lot of times before I know what to do with this, I'll store it inside my case right here. You can kind of see where this one is right there. And that way when I want a window sheet, I know that I have one ready and available. Super, super fun idea, and a way kind of a recycle. Because you don't want to just throw away that window sheet, right? We can use it. All right, but before we put the window sheet in, and after we've die cut out that hexagon, we need to get our basic white in here. So what we have is a folded in half. It's a 4 by 10.5 squared at 5 1/4. And we're going to grab our bone folder and get that nice and smooth. We are also going to fold our card base, which is in the Blushing Bride. It's a nice soft pink. Then we're going to open this card base and stick the basic white card inside it. And you could do one of two things with this step. You could just either close it up and call it good and stamp through this window, or grab a pencil and outline it to know where you need a stamp. Just depends on your skill level. If you feel confident, you can keep this paper down, because that's going to be the tricky part for this card. I am using the Polished Pink, which is very similar to that Retired Magenta Madness. So this is the Magenta Madness right here. Here's a Polished Pink. They complement each other really nicely. So that's my choice of pink if you don't have Magenta Madness, since it just recently retired. All right, let's grab our stamped our saying. This calls for a celebration, which I thought would be perfect for a lot of things. Graduation's right around the corner. So this would be a great, great stamp to use for that. Let me grab my practice post-it just to make sure we're good. Okay, looks nice. And go right through this window here. Perfect. Oh, I love it. All right, now we can attach our window. And what I suggest for doing that is grabbing a little bit of Seal or Sil Plus and putting just a couple strips around our hexagon here. You don't need too much. There we go. This is about 2 by 3 inches. I'm going to just place that right over our hexagon there, making sure that it's not going over the edge here. Awesome. Then we'll grab our liquid glue and let's attach our DSP. So you want to make sure we go around our little window really well, so that way it's secure on that spot. Flip it over and line it up. Looking through. Awesome. Well, we're here. Let me go ahead and show you how I made this awesome looking frame. So what we did was we took the 2 hexagons, the larger size, one larger than the one that we cut out for the window, and we lined it up together. Well, actually, for this one, I did one at a time. So let's pretend like I had it like this, and I had some, I'll put that, and I die cut out, so I had one large shape left. Okay, then what I did was I took the second frame, or the hexagon, put this one on, but I also had our washi tape over it. So this one looked like this when I die cut it out. So that way it kept my 2 pieces together and made it so it stayed still as I cut it. I didn't want it to shimmy or shake. And this part you can either save and use for something else, but that's a piece that we want for today. That fun little frame. Go ahead and grab your liquid glue, put a little bit of either a line or drops, depending on how fast your glue is coming out. This one I'm a little bit worried about being messy, so I'm just gonna move it around a little bit so that way we don't squish out glue on the sides. Flip it over, and we'll line it up on our little window. You see, I did change up the paper a little bit, just so you can see the golds with this one that has a little bit more of the soft tones to it. This one has, I think, the pumpkin pie with it too. All right, go ahead and take this piece of DSP, and now we can choose if we want to have it on this side or have it matching the front. I think I do like it with that Just Jade coloring on the other side. So we are attached that to our very end. You could also stamp those fun shapes right now in this corner as well. I'm keeping this one pretty simple and easy, but if you wanted to, grab that stamp set and make some really cool matching shapes. So this one has kind of like these blobbies and these scratchy marks, or squiggles, I guess you can call it. And that would look really awesome if we did that in the inside as well. All right, lastly, we just need to add some liquid glue or some seal to the back of this guy and attach it. And if you're worried about it lining up, what you could have done is put some pencil pieces on the outline of where this was. But we're gonna just eyeball it and say it probably was right here. We'll see how our window looks. Oh, perfect. Yay! All right, let's just embellish a little bit. I'm using those hexagon adhesive back shapes. I have one of the lighter pink up here. And then I'm gonna put two of the Just Jade color down here. And there's 3 different sizes on this one. So we have the large, medium, and small. I'm gonna grab the large and the small for this one. Awesome. And there we go. It's really cool window. So you can see that we can't stick our finger through. Window sheet right there. Fun fold for the hexagon shape. We could use any shape to make a window. Well, within reason of a shape. And have this awesome spot that we can write a sweet message to. All right, you guys, I hope you've had fun learning how to make this fun fold today and give it a try. Be sure to order those abstract beauty items like the paper and the hexagon shapes before they're gone the end of June, which is going to be here before you know it. We're already halfway through May. So have a great weekend and happy stamping, everyone. Goodbye.